acres. It's close enough to fall. We want to get some stuff put away in the root cellar. We also need to use the last of the heat to go ahead and cure our sweet potatoes. So I want to go ahead and take a look at our sweet potatoes, and I'll be honest, I haven't been down here in months. This is our first plant I'm looking at. It is, I hope they're not all this big, but this is just kind of amazing to see the size of this sweet potato. So I got Abby and Rachel down here with me, and I thought it was going to be fun for them to carry the sweet potatoes, but this one here is so big I don't even know if they're going to be able to carry it. So stay with us. We'll go ahead and get some good harvesting in, and we'll hopefully get a good count on the end of where we're at. And then we'll take you through how we're going to go ahead and cure these before we put them in the greenhouse. Thanks again for watching. Shalom. We're out here harvesting, and if you look right down here, you can see this is where the main plant has been. And now we've been pulling up the vines, and you can see we're starting to get potatoes. They're 2.5, 3 foot apart from where it's at. I thought this was going to be the case from when we've grown them in the past, but I don't know. Looks like it's going to be a bountiful harvest because we're 4 or 5 plants in, and I think we've already filled up a milk crate. Anyway, we'll keep on harvesting and give you the tally. Thanks again for watching. Shalom. Yeah. Okay, we've dug our first row, but you know, if you know how the sweet potatoes work, we've only dug the row and then just to the left of that row, or the right, depends on which way you're facing. We've already filled up 4 milk crates. I think if they're close to what white potatoes weigh, each milk crate should be right at 40 pounds. So we've already got 160 pounds, and we probably still have another 60% or just over more to go. So really feeling blessed. We're gonna keep on going here after we get something to drink. Shalom. Okay, so while we were down here digging sweet potatoes, we saw a few of the regular potatoes. Actually, right here's another one that they're starting to die. So we're starting to pull up some of them too, and you can just see, I gotta get the fork over here in a minute, but we're starting, this is only like 3 plants, so it looks like there's a good chance that we are gonna have a fall harvest of white potatoes. Now, that's enough of that right now. We'll talk about that later. We'll go over here and show you. So we've got these type of sweet potatoes, which overall have been doing pretty well for us. They're just a Beauregard type of sweet potato. There's nothing, you know, I mean, they're doing okay, and we've only got one really large one that we showed. But here's the plant I want to talk about. So these are sweet potatoes that we've been getting from Azure Standard, and we were able to sprout some of these. They're just a white sweet potato, and I mean, there's a few that have some weird shapes to them, but I mean, they're pretty much growing in solid rock. But you can see they're just really nice. And if you come over here, this is the way they pretty much have been growing. They just grow straight in like that. You just pick them up, you know, and just kind of pull them out. And so far, we have seen probably, just off the number of plants, probably close to 1.5 times the yield off of these as the other ones. And we have not done, I mean, I'll be honest, we didn't do really much of anything to these plants at all this year. They were in a spot where it didn't have a lot of water, and You know, we tried to put the corn in there with it along with the beans, and I'll be honest, the corn didn't do real well because we didn't have any moisture, and the beans, they started doing real well, but they just, we ended up not picking them just because they ended up being a little bit on the stringy side, so we ended up not picking those. So hopefully we got some good nitrogen back in the soil. You can see here's another plant right here. That's, you know, this is I think our last one of these, maybe one more. But they just, wow, they just go straight in the ground and you just pop them right up. It's just, they're really nice. We've enjoyed eating them when we bought them, so I'm sure they're going to taste every bit as good us growing them. Because I'll be honest, sweet potatoes are one of those plants, once you get the initial weeds out, they just vine so much, they take over, and you don't have to worry about weeding them or doing anything. So we'll be back in a little bit. We're already up to 6 milk crates, and we still probably have 50% more to go. Thanks. Shalom. Okay, we're done. We've got 8 milk crates, pretty well jam full. So we're calling it 9. These weigh 40 pounds, is what the white potatoes weigh. So I'm assuming these weigh at least 40, if not 45 pounds. So roughly 360 pounds of sweet potatoes, give or take a little bit. And there's one other spot where we have about 5 or 6 other plants, and we're going to wait just a little bit longer to harvest those. But again, you can see, you know, a lot of shapes for the one variety of sweet potato that are not real consistent. And then you get down into these, and a lot of these just look really nice. These ones that have the white skin, so as far as white flesh, or yeah, white innards to them. But we'll take you up now. We're gonna go put these in the greenhouse. We're gonna let them sit in there for 7 days because it's nice and warm in there, and we've been watering pretty heavy, so the humidity also is picking up. So that way we'll cure them. Thanks. Okay, so we're here in the greenhouse. You can kind of see we've got all the potatoes. We're just keeping them in the milk crates. We'll leave them in here for 7 to 10 days. And you can also look in the background. You can see we've got some lettuce that's growing, some potatoes, a little bit of kale, some curly kale, and then we've got a little bit of turmeric and some ginger. So hopefully we stay the way we're going. Should be a really good piece. Yeah, that's a little bit of a ginger. Some more ginger root right here popping through, so we're just going to try to start it off in the greenhouse and see how well it does this year. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Really appreciate it, and we thank you for all the comments and suggestions. Hope you're having a great day, great weekend. Shalom.